Well, more on the Twitter IPO in just a bit, but straight on to our top story this Friday on Reporter's Diary. Narendra Modi all set to be announced as the BJP's prime ministerial candidate. The Bharatiya Janata Party's parliamentary board, in fact, is in a huddle as we speak. Modi arrived in New Delhi for that meeting, and after hectic negotiations the last 48 hours, BJP President Rajnath Singh managed to get the top leaders like Murli Manohar Joshi, Sushma Swaraj on board. But L.K. Advani remains adamant. In fact, Advani will not attend that parliamentary board meeting, which he's not, after which a formal announcement is expected any moment now. Rajnath Singh has conveyed the decision to NDA allies, Shiv Sena and the Akali Dal. Both parties are on board over Modi's elevation. BJP workers are celebrating across India over the elevation. Here's Shiv Sena Sanjay Raut on BJP's decision.
राजनाथ सिंह जी का फ़ोन अभी उद्धव जी से बात हो गई है और दोनों में चर्चा हुई है। राजनाथ सिंह ने उनको पूछा है कि हम निर्णय लेने जा रहे हैं, तो हम आपको सूचित करना हमारा कर्तव्य है। तो उद्धव जी ने कहा ठीक है, आप आगे जाइए, जो भी निर्णय आपका है हम आपके साथ हैं। कल रात को ही उद्धव जी ने मोदी जी को शुभकामनाएं दी है।
Well, however, elated the BJP workers are, reports do suggest that the BJP patriarch L.K. Advani has refused to support Modi's candidature for the country's top job. However, the BJP President Rajnath Singh has denied any such report.
कहीं कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बस इतना ही मैं कहना चाहता हूं।
It's also believed that Narendra Modi will be meeting with Atal Bihari Vajpayee later this evening. For more on this developing political story, we now join by Bhupendra Chaubey. Bhupendra, you know, it's a moment of celebration for the BJP workers. This is something they've been all working for, even though it's an announcement along expected lines.
Well, it indeed is a moment to celebrate for BJP workers across the country with the elevation of Narendra Modi as the party's prime ministerial nominee. Because ever since last December, when Narendra Modi won Gujarat for a third straight time, there was a speculation that Narendra Modi had to be the person who should be leading the party from the front in the next general elections. That decision finally been taken, but the manner and the circumstances in which that decision has been taken leaves several questions unanswered. Most significantly, why did the BJP President Rajnath Singh think in terms of informing the BJP's allies first of his decision to anoint Modi as a prime ministerial nominee before getting a nod from the party's parliamentary board? Why did he think in terms of picking up the phone and calling up Uddhav Thackeray of the Shiv Sena and Prakash Singh Badal of the Akali Dal before informing Advani that he was going to take this decision? Was this an attempt being made by Rajnath Singh to simply create a point of no return for L.K. Advani and Sushma Swaraj and Murli Manohar Joshi, the three naysayers within the BJP who have taken this position that an announcement on Modi at this stage wasn't really in the best interest of the party? It does leave these questions unanswered, but at the end of the day, Rajnath has done what many BJP supporters and many BJP workers across the country wanted. Next general election is going to be between Narendra Modi and Rahul Gandhi. It's a straight fight between these two leaders. Modi's development model coupled with his Hindutva appeal versus the social welfare policies which have been implemented by the Congress leadership. Many of those social welfare policies personally maneuvered and monitored by Rahul Gandhi himself. A contest between India and Bharat. That really is the best way to sum up what we are in for over the next 1 year.
So you're saying it's going to be Narendra Modi versus Rahul Gandhi fight. Thanks, Bhupendra, for joining us with those details. Now, Modi all set to lead the NDA's campaign during the 2014 general elections. The economy likely to take the center stage in the run-up to the polls. In the given scenario, Modi's plans for the economy will be closely scrutinized. In fact, on the 8th of April of this year, Narendra Modi spoke at the first edition of the Think India Dialogue. That's an initiative by Network 18. During that interaction with Network 18's managing director Raghav Bell, Narendra Modi shared his views on key economic issues.
सरकार का रोल सिर्फ फैसिलिटेट करते हैं, एक कैटलिक एजेंट का रोल करते हैं, वरना जिसको उद्योग करना है वो और फार्मर दोनों को हम बिठाते हैं, वो अपना डायलॉग करते हैं और उसमें से वो हम ये देखते हैं कि हमारे फार्मर का एक्सप्लॉयटेशन ना हो, ये हम देखते हैं। दूसरा, हम सरकार में जिन चीजों की जरूरत है, क्योंकि एक्विजिशन के बिना तो काम होना नहीं, मुझे अस्पताल बनाना है तो लेना पड़ेगा, जनसंख्या बढ़ रही है, अर्बनाइजेशन हो रहा है तो मकान बनाने पड़ेंगे, लेना तो पड़ेगा। मारुति के लोग आए हैं हमारे यहाँ, अब वो जमीन खरीदी उन्होंने और मैं उनको थोड़ा समझाता हूं कि भाई आकर के बड़े बड़ी गाड़ियां लेकर के मत जाओ, कोट पैंट टाई के करके जाओ। एक ऐसा व्यक्ति रखो जो किसान की भाषा समझता है, जाए बैठे बात करे। आप किसी से खरीदने आए हो मत सोचो आप उसकी मदद लेने आए हो, ये और मैं उनका एक काउंसलिंग करता हूं पहले जाने से पहले। अच्छा, वो जाते हैं, उनसे बातचीत करते हैं, लेकिन हम क्या करते हैं भाई, यहां के किसानों को लाभ होना चाहिए, तो मैं क्या करता हूं, उसके नजदीक में सरकार बहुत ज्यादा दाम देकर के जमीन लेता है, मैं 1 बीघा लेता हूं, लेकिन उसके कारण मैं उसका प्राइस लेवल स्टेबल करता हूं, तो अगल बगल में सब किसानों को उसका लाभ मिलता है।
डिफेंस इंडस्ट्री जो है अगले 5-6 साल में कम से कम $100 बिलियन का इंपोर्ट इंडिया करेगा, $100 बिलियन का इंपोर्ट। लेकिन एफडीआई के मामले में बहुत रिस्ट्रिक्टिव है, तो यह हमें ये पॉलिसी समझ नहीं आती जिसमें कि 100 बिलियन आप फ्रांस और इंग्लैंड में तो देने को तैयार है, लेकिन उन्हीं को आप 51% या 74% देकर यहां फैक्ट्री लगाने को नहीं कहेंगे, तो जॉब यहां ना बने, फ्रांस में बने। तो ये पॉलिसी हमें समझ नहीं आती, क्या पॉलिसी है?
अच्छा है, पहले मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी की पॉलिसी बता दूं। भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने कभी भी नॉलेज के संबंध में, टेक्नोलॉजी के संबंध में, मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के संबंध में एफडीआई का विरोध नहीं किया है। मैं मेरे गुजरात में तो फॉरेन डायरेक्ट इन्वेस्टमेंट आए उसके लिए बहुत बड़े कार्यक्रम करता हूं और लोगों को बुलाता हूं। इस बार मेरे यहां वाइब्रेंट समिट में 121 कंट्रीज वर देयर, और हमें दुनिया के पास जो मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजी है लेनी पड़ेगी, दुनिया के पास आधुनिक विज्ञान है, ज्ञान है, उसको लेना पड़ेगा। अगर हमें मैन्युफैक्चरिंग सेक्टर मिलता है तो हमें लेना पड़ेगा। भारतीय जनता पार्टी का मुद्दा रिटेल से जुड़ा हुआ है और वो रिटेल के संबंध में उन्होंने अपना स्टैंड लिया हुआ है, और मैं मानता हूं हम सही दिशा में हैं।
There's an insight into what Narendra Modi makes of foreign investment and the Indian economy. Now, Narendra Modi, undoubtedly the darling of corporate India. Here are a few big wigs of India Inc. praising Modi at the vibrant Gujarat Summit, which was of course held earlier this year.
In Shri Narendra Bhai, we have a leader with a grand vision and the determination to translate his vision into reality. It is my pleasure to tell you, Narendra Bhai, that we have committed over 100,000 crores, and in the next 3 years we will again invest under your leadership this back into Gujarat.
A conjunction of Nara and Indra. Nara in Sanskrit means man, and Indra, of course, means king or leader. Narendra Bhai literally is a lord of men, a leader among leaders, and a king among kings.
I am confident that under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Narendra Bhai Modi, we will see this certainty in policy implementation, and we as the Tata Group and many other Indian and global institutions will continue to invest and grow in this sector.
Continuity and stability in the progressive economic policies internalized by the Honorable Chief Minister, whose visionary leadership is today a role model. Not only is Gujarat one of the fastest growing states in the country, but its example is being emulated across many states.
It is certainly no secret that India Inc. wants Narendra Modi's elevation. Well, shifting focus now to the macroeconomy, the economy will grow at 5.3% in FY14. That's the word